Now we start the second half of today's program with a wide-ranging interview with the President of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. 3 years into his second spell as president, Mohamud continues to battle issues from his first term, such as the fight against Islamist groups Al-Shabaab and the Islamic State group. This is despite military interventions in recent times, both by the African Union and U.S. forces. While the 69-year-old has faced regional disputes during his presidency, Somalia's continual inching towards stability was reflected last year by the country becoming a non-permanent member of the UN's Security Council for the first time in over half a century. The BBC's Njie first asked President Mohamud about the challenge posed by Islamist militants.
Al-Shabaab and ISIS are the most notorious terrorists in the world today. Our challenge now is building an army and at the same time fighting on the other hand. So in the last 3 years, we have achieved a significant success and progress. Most of the towns and cities has been liberated from Al-Shabaab. They still operate in the rural area. Al-Shabaab is weak, but then compared to their past, but still they are a very serious challenge to the security of the country.
You have lost territory to Al-Shabaab in recent months, and your critics say that your government does not have a clear strategy to defeat them. What do you say to that?
Traditionally, Al-Shabaab was fought with military only. When we come to the office, we have opened many other fronts, ideological war against Al-Shabaab. The major scholars of Somalia told the people that what Al-Shabaab is doing are un-Islamic, besides the military and the ideological, the third front was fighting, financing al-terror. We have closed so many accounts in banks, in the mobile money.
But the reality still remains that Al-Shabaab continues to gain territory while your strategies are in place.
In a war, you lose battlefields, you gain battlefields. Compared to the 80 locations that has been taken back from Al-Shabaab in 2 years' time, there is no indication that Al-Shabaab is stronger than it was 2 years ago.
Well, you say that Al-Shabaab is no longer strong, but you were a victim of an assassination attempt, and you survived that attempt in March.
For the last 2 years, Al-Shabaab has attempted me 5 times because they believe the switch that they can off the war against them is assassinating the president.
In June, the Trump administration issued a travel ban to several countries, including Somalia, and they described your nation as a, quote, terrorist safe haven. Is this a fair portrayal of your country?
A safe haven of a terrorist is where the terrorist is not challenged.
Did you express your disapproval to President Trump?
I disagree and I disapprove that.
Somalia is now a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. It's the first time since 1972. What does that mean for you?
That's a proof that Somalia is progressing. We have been lifted the arms embargo on Somalia after 32 years. We have been given the debt relief of almost $5 billion. And we have accepted in many organizations, the East Africa community, like the United Nations Security Council. That itself is a proof that Somalia is defeating Al-Shabaab.
Mr. President, Somalia is preparing to welcome Egyptian troops, but it comes at a time when Egypt and Ethiopia are currently in a rift over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Are you not creating a proxy theater for both Egypt and Ethiopia?
Somalia has a good relationship with both of them. And I didn't see any intention of Egypt to disrupt Ethiopia, and I didn't see any intention of Ethiopia to fight or disrupt the peacekeeping forces of Egypt in Somalia. We are fed up of war. We don't need any new war.
How would you describe relations between Somalia and Ethiopia now after the rift over Addis Ababa's controversial port deal with Somaliland last year?
The only way out we have is to work together on the mutual interests that we have, particularly the security issue. Discussions are going on, not yet finalized, but Somalia principally have no problem at all Ethiopia to commercially have a full access to the long coast of Somalia.
U.S. Senator Ted Cruz has urged President Donald Trump to formally recognize Somaliland as an independent state. What are your thoughts on this?
That is a violation to the African Union Charter and the United Nations Charter. Somaliland is part of Somalia. Yes, they have grievances. We have so many commonalities, so many issues that bonds us together than dividing us together. But the unity of Somalia is a sacrosanct.
That's the BBC's Paul Njie having a candid interview with Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud.